Morning. So, how's Brooklyn real estate? I'm going to give you a bit of an update. This is Randy Reese. I'm with the Reese NYC team at eXp Realty, and this is going to be your March update for the Brooklyn market. And we're going to stay away from neighborhoods and just look at Brooklyn on the whole, with regard to townhouses. So, the median sale price in the month of December, and yes, we have to use December because New York City has a 2-month delay on sending all of the data over to any interested parties. So if we produce this information or the analysis sooner, we would not have a complete data set. So the median sale price, that is the price in which half of the sales took place above and half of the sales took place below, for all of Brooklyn townhouses in the month of December was $920,000. That does not give light to the fact that it basically is a tale of two cities. There are areas in Brooklyn where you're going to find 5 to 10 and above $1 million townhouses, and there are areas in Brooklyn where you're going to find $300,000 to $500,000 townhouses. And the difference is there is not just in price, but it is in market trend and strength of market. So the higher price neighborhoods, the brownstone neighborhoods, Brooklyn Heights, Park Slope, Cobble Hill, etc. Those neighborhoods basically topped out in the summer of 2017. But the lower price neighborhoods have continued the uptrend. They got a later start than the higher price neighborhoods did after the financial crisis. If you remember back in 2010 and 11, there still were a lot of foreclosures out in the lower price neighborhoods. So let's take a look at the chart. Actually, let's take a look first at a map to show you what I'm talking about. So here's a few neighborhoods in basically central to the western part of Brooklyn. We have Crown Heights here. We have Prospect Heights, Fort Greene, Bull Run Hill, and Brooklyn Heights. And if we take a look at the stats for those neighborhoods, we'll go over to this tab here. You'll see Bull Run Hill, the average sale price is down 30% from last year. Now that's a big drop, and it really is not that severe. Okay, but it is down significantly. Prices have gotten softer. There likely was a small number of transactions that took place. We are talking about December here, so that's one of the slower months of the year. But prices had reached an extreme peak, right? Brooklyn Heights down 21%, Crown Heights down 18%, Fort Greene down 43%, and Prospect Heights down 17%. Now, I want you to understand, these numbers are of such significance that they are outliers, right? So there likely was a small number of properties with one that was really low priced that hit the market. Prices are not down that much, but are they down 10%? Yes. Okay, I think that's a decent number to keep in mind year over year in some of these higher flying neighborhoods. Let's take a look now at a different section of Brooklyn. Let's go to the southern and eastern section of Brooklyn. Right. So here we've got Gravesend, Sheepshead Bay, Marine Park, Mill Basin, and Old Mill Basin, and Canarsie. Right. These were some of the neighborhoods that were harder hit by the financial crisis. They were slower in recovering, and therefore their prices are much lower than you're going to find in the brownstone neighborhoods. The housing stock's a little bit different. There's more frame, but there are a lot of brick houses, especially out here in Gravesend, and even here in Mill Basin over here. So we take a look at the statistics for there. Let's say Canarsie up 7.6% from last year. Gravesend up 8.8%. Marine Park up 11.7%. Mill Basin up 8.1%, and Sheepshead Bay up 0.8%. So you can see it's a completely different flavor. And if you look at, you can see the trend. These charts are pointing upwards here, and that's because there is still very strong demand for housing, especially townhouses, in the southern and eastern sectors of Brooklyn, and that is because they are lower priced, right? The weakness that we've seen over the last 2 years has really occurred in the higher price neighborhoods, the ones that made the largest moves coming out of the financial crisis. So we're 10 years out. We had 8 years of rising prices strongly in some of the neighborhoods, the ones closest to Manhattan, but we probably only had 6 years of rising prices, or 7 years of rising prices in the lower tiered neighborhoods. So I hope this helps. If you want to check back in, we are doing much more neighborhood specific analysis. If you have a neighborhood, any neighborhood in Brooklyn or Manhattan that you would want a personalized report, I'm happy to do that for you. The data is much more rich in Manhattan than it is in Brooklyn. We have more than just median sale price and number of sales, and I'm happy to share all of that with you. So until next time, this is Randy Reese signing off. And wait a minute before I do, I want to mention Urban Digs, right up here in the left-hand corner. This is where we get all of our data from, all of our charts, all of our statistics. A big thank you to Noah Rosenblatt and John Walkup, the proprietors of the site. They do a great job. They're great guys. They are very giving with all of their knowledge, and their website is just terrific. So thanks again, guys, and I will talk to you soon.